It's going to be a great game, a big game that we're looking forward to, and all the guys we're locked in and ready, and they have a great defense that I believe that we will be able to move the ball on. So it's going to be a great game to watch.
First question comes from David Pascal of the Chattanooga Times Free Press.
Hey, Corey, can you just talk about, they have some really good defensive ends. Do you think that's something that y'all might be able to negate their vertical push by what you do, by getting out on the speed runs to the outside? Is that something you think you could do to kind of successfully negate those defensive ends?
Yes, sir. Like you say, they have some great defensive ends, and they have a great D line, and I think that's a big strength of their defense. And with us running the ball, I think we'll find a way to move the ball and to get out on the edge, and to run our zone reads and things like that. So either way, our offense, we got better each week throughout the season, and I believe we'll find a way.
Do you think is there one strength? I mean, it seems like y'all had some huge runs up the middle against Alabama the other day. You were getting to the outside a good bit. Do you guys do one thing better than the other, or do you think it's pretty balanced the way as far as the inside-outside runs?
Overall, I think it's just pretty balanced. Coach just tries to put us in situations where we can make plays, and he does a great job of that. And we just try to, take advantage of those opportunities. So I think it's overall just balanced out.
Thank you.
Next question comes from Edward Ashoff of ESPN.com.
Yeah, Corey, going back to Missouri's defensive line, what are some of the things that kind of jump out at you on tape when you look at them?
Their guys, they're real physical. They're fast. They look like they play with great technique, and they're a very sound defensive line. I think they'd be one of the best defensive lines that we will go against this year. So that's just one key focus that we're going to have to focus on this week, because that's going to be a big deal.
And just this team in general, to kind of be in this situation, Missouri is kind of in the same position. You guys didn't win a lot last year. Is it kind of interesting to see you two in this title game, considering what happened last season to both of you?
Yes, sir. Like you said, coming off last year, we had a terrible season, and they didn't have a great one also. And just to see us in this position and see them, it's kind of weird, but that's just how the SEC goes. You never know from year to year who's going to be in the title game.
Thanks.
Next question comes from Dwayne Rankin of the Montgomery Advertiser.
Yes, Corey, I wanted first just to ask you about Jay and the role he has in this offense. How significant is he in regards to what you guys do as an offense?
Jay is a big part of our offense. He's a guy that, he doesn't get the ball much, and, he never gets a lot of the praise, but if you would sit down in the film room and watch what he does, you'll be amazed of, the different plays that we've run that, Jay was a big part of, and, Jay had key blocks on, so he's a big part of our offense, and without him, we'll be missing a lot.
And just to follow up on that, what was asked earlier about Missouri's defense, in terms of what you guys do, is this a good matchup for you, or is it a better matchup for them in regards to what you guys do offensively?
Offensively, from what we do, I think I think it'll work in our favor. We're going to find a way to move the ball and watch film, and it's always a way that we'll be able to move the ball and let our offense do what we do.
Thanks, Corey.
Next question is from David Morrison of the Columbia Daily Tribune.
Hey, Corey. I was just wondering, how difficult do you think it's going to be to kind of come down, from the emotional high that it was in the Iron Bowl and know that you have to get ready for another game this week?
I don't think it'll be that difficult. That was a great win at the end, but, we even have a bigger game coming up this week. We're playing for a championship, and it'll be hard, to just forget about last week and put that behind us. But, that's Coach always talk about, just work day by day and week by week. So we're going to push ahead and look forward on this week now and get ready for this game.
And you having started your career at Alabama, I mean, was there anything extra for you in that win, or I mean, how did how did you kind of view that?
I don't think it was more, anything extra, or whatever. But it was just a great win, like you said, for me starting my career there and transferring here to Auburn. It was a great feeling for me, and I think maybe it could have meant a little bit more to me to some of my teammates.